Is it recording? I think so. Okay, so I thought I would do a Who Am I video, because I've had this YouTube channel for 13 years. Basically a few months before my 18th birthday, but back then you had to be 18 or over to have a YouTube account or channel. So I kind of said that I was already 18 on that. So yeah, and I've done lots of videos about just my life before this, and I deleted them because I was going to be starting working in schools, and I didn't want any of the kids to find out bits from my past that I didn't want them to spread around school. So I deleted all of those videos, and now I'm going to be doing a Who Am I video. So I've got some notes, and I'll probably just go straight through all of them, giving a few little extra bits during that. And yeah, I will start by saying, hello, my name is Danielle. I am 30 years old, even though I don't feel like it. No, I feel younger than 30, not older. So yeah. I am female. I'm a woman. I'm from a trans background. So that means that I wasn't always. Yeah, I won't go any more into detail than that. So my interests, I've got lots of things I'm interested in. Music is one of them, because I play several instruments. I grew up in the local council bands, so I'd be playing in like the junior concert band, orchestra, and I got all the way up to playing in the 4 top bands in the council that I went to school in. So the instruments I play are tuba, bass guitar. Those are my main 2 instruments. I do also play a tiny bit of guitar, and even tinier bit of piano. And I'm trying to learn to play a harmonica, which is very difficult. I have loads of DVDs, absolutely loads of DVDs. I've got Marvel films, I've got Disney films, I've got TV series like Malcolm in the Middle collection. I've got Blackadder. I've got Charmed, the original series. What else have I got? Oh yeah, Stargate SG-1. That is my absolute favourite TV series that I've ever watched. Yeah. So that's not even a fraction, not even a tiny fraction of the DVDs that I've got. But yeah, I also subscribe to some of the streaming services as well. So I've got huge amount of stuff to watch. And do I watch TV? A bit, yeah. I mainly just watch the what's it called? DC Arrowverse. I watch the DC Arrowverse. So moving on to what I like to read. I like to read lots of fantasy adventure, like the David Gemmell Draenei novels. I've got Lord of the Rings. I've got various books by C.S. Lewis. I've got the Harry Potter books, of course. You have every reader has to have those, even if they don't read them. Although I've read them about 10 times. Yeah. I've also got a collection, like the collection of the Sandman comic books, done in the collections for the different ones, and I've got lots and lots of maths textbooks, because I used to work in a few schools for the past 5-6 years. Yeah, I was working in schools for the past 5-6 years. And yeah, I've got lots of maths textbooks. So if you need any help with maths, ask me, or just Google it, or ask your own maths teacher. So yeah, I'm very geeky with maths, and I love fantasy adventure. I've also got the Eragon series, even though the film for that was absolutely terrible. So if you've seen the one of the previous videos over the past few weeks, I've already shown you my art that I do, like drawing different things, but I have to say I prefer drawing than looking at artwork. Like looking at artwork I find very boring, but actually drawing or making something I find really enjoyable. And yeah, and that's also with reading and writing. I actually prefer writing more, even though it's more of a struggle for me. So yeah, just looking at the notes, I've got about 1.5 pages of notes. So with what I like to do for like games and things, I've got my PlayStation 2 that still works. I've got various PlayStation games. I've got lots of Tony Hawk's skateboarding games. I've also got Sims on PS2. I've got Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, which is quite fun to play. And what else? Oh yeah, I've got Tekken 4. I've not done the story mode of that because one of my friends did that some years ago, and they kept on dying during that, and they ended up throwing their controller all over the room. So yeah, I'm not going to do that myself. So out of the computer games side of things, I like some board games, which most people will find boring, but I absolutely love playing Scrabble, because it really makes your brain work, and it's good for me because of my dyslexia, to play Scrabble so that I can actually find words that I probably wouldn't think of otherwise. Yeah. Monopoly is another one. Just like very, very classic. Scrabble, Monopoly. I have played the Great Game of Britain before, which my parents have. But I don't particularly like that game. And another game that I really do like is called Quirkle. It's a bit like dominoes, but you have to match the shapes and the colours in different lines to make points. Yeah, that's Quirkle in a nutshell. So with things in the kitchen, which you can see kind of over there, I like baking, I like cooking, so I prefer to do baking, but that doesn't really fill you up. So with actually cooking things, I do basically two types of meals. I do a mince type meal, so that could be any kind of mince: beef, pork, lamb, turkey mince, done in usually a tomatoey sauce with rice or pasta. That's basically it. I do add different spices and things to that, just to make it more interesting. Yeah. Another type of dish I do is chicken type. So that's usually a chicken curry type thing. It's because I don't really know how to cook properly. But I do those two types of meals, basically week in, week out, with vegetables thrown in somewhere. Yeah. You're probably thinking, not very healthy, but I do eat fruit. I do eat different types of things during the rest of the day. It's just my evening meals are very boring. Yeah. If you've got any advice on cooking something that is better, then I would appreciate it very much. Yeah, I'm not very good at cooking, and my taste range is very limited. But I do miss having casseroles. I do miss having risotto. And I miss having soup. As just like a basic thing, I miss having like a good thick vegetable brothy soup thing that I liquidize because I can't handle the texture of vegetables. Yeah. So, that's it for Who Am I? If you didn't listen to any of what I said before, hi, my name is Danielle. I like various books and TV shows and films. I like to bake and cook. I play a few instruments, and I live a very boring life, really. But I find it enjoyable for me. See ya.